Happy fall season. So, what I wanted to do was kind of film a few different clips of how I like to enjoy the fall season around my house as an indoor cat. While there's a lot of things that you can do outside to enjoy the weather, which I'm sure I will be doing, I really wanted to kind of capitalize on the fact that the fall is the start of the coziest season, in my opinion. Being able to be at home and just enjoy yourself and soak in the season. So, I filmed a few things of me around the house and what I like to do during the fall. So, thanks for watching. Please subscribe. I really appreciate everyone who has subscribed so far. Like, hit that little bell to get notifications. And as always, I would love to chat with y'all in the comments. So, thanks so much. So this is my cross stitch piece that I work on. I actually started this in Yule of last year, so I'll be working on that again this year. Hopefully she'll get finished. We'll see. This next piece is basically my spring and summer kind of seasonal piece that I work on. It's so pretty, and I've been working on it for a few years at this point. It's a lot of work. So I've still got about this half left to do. I am planning on working on it again next year, and hopefully I'll actually get it finished next year, but we will see. And then lastly, this is my current like Halloween Samhain piece that I've been working on. So I've been working on this for a few years now. You can see I just need to do this left side. And then got my little planchette needle keeper that I found online, and I love it so much. I've never used one before, and now I have to use them at all times. This is how I organize and keep my DMC threads, just to make it easy for me to see what colors I have and what I need, and then it makes it easy to switch out based on the project. And then, of course, these are my scissors and my threader. Without my threader, I would completely crash out if I had to thread my needle without one. Just don't recommend. So my mom actually taught me how to cross stitch when I was younger. I want to say I was like 9 or 10 maybe, but she'll probably correct me. I'll probably be wrong. Um, and then I worked on a project, finished the project. I think it took me a couple years to do it. And then I kind of just put it down and then never picked it up again. I have started cross stitching again in the last, I want to say 6 years, and it's really relaxing. I go through different like hyperfixation periods where, sometimes I really want to stitch on something and I'll throw on an audiobook, or I will. Downton Abbey is a really good show to have on while you're cross stitching, and I'll just go to town on it. I'll be honest, lately I have not been as hyperfixated on it, so I haven't been stitching as much, but I'm hoping now that we're going into the fall season, it's starting to get cooler. This is the period when I really do enjoy it the most. I get under a blanket, I put on some good music or an audiobook, and then I just stitch away. And look, there's my stem. Reading is also something I think is perfect to do in this season. Right now, I'm working on a couple different projects in terms of like what books I'm reading. This is my Mabon Sabbath book. I kind of like to do a refresher of like whatever the Sabbath is that's coming up. So, in case you don't know, Mabon is September 22nd. So I'm just flipping through and seeing what I want to work on for this upcoming Sabbath. Do I want to make some special crafts? Are there specific rituals that I want to work on? A lot of times these books, they also have like recipes. So I'm also looking at the recipes, seeing if any of the recipes look good, and looking forward to Mabon coming up next week. So, gaming is not something I would say that I'm especially good at, but it is something that I enjoy doing, especially when I'm feeling overwhelmed or like I've just got too much stuff going on and I really just want to turn my brain off. So, the games that I play are mainly cozy games. So basically, games that don't require me to use my brain, brains that don't require me to look at me talking to myself. Love that. Basically, games that just allow me to vibe, and this is exactly what this game is. So I'm vibing and playing the game with the dog on the couch. I'll show you in just a moment, like what the game itself is. This one is one of my new favorites. It's Tiny Bookshop. So give me a second, and I'll show you what it looks like. Okay, so here is my bookshelf, and depending on the location that you go to, you're going to want to stock different kinds of books. So I actually stocked my bookshelf for the university, and that's where we're going. So look at one. Can we just talk about how cute my little bookshop is? I've got it decorated in my favorite colors of black and green, but also I've got some spooky stuff going on in there too. The video quality isn't great of this, but I'm not a gaming YouTuber. I'm just doing this for fun. I always like to look around whenever I get to a new location. Sometimes, especially here, there's like books on the ground that you can pick up that you don't have to buy and stock your bookstore with. So I always try and look around and see, if I can find any books. And then you have people who ask you for help. So this person says they want to read a play. They're not a fan of academic anything, and they don't like complicated books, and they couldn't find anything at the library. With this game, it is really kind of difficult to figure out which thing is going to be what they want, because the characters will kind of like hyper focus on something and you don't know exactly what they're hyper focusing on that's going to make them happy or not. So for this one, I kind of just picked out play. Sometimes I get a little risky and recommend stuff that I think they might like, and then I end up losing on it. So for this first one, I was like, let me just recommend Macbeth. It's a play. They should love it. And look, they do. Great. Love that for you. Probably if I was actually recommending a different book, then I would recommend something else. But, just trying to make my little customers happy in this sense. Picking up some books around, and then, oh yeah, I'm playing in the leaf piles. This is one of the characters in the game. Honestly, like there's a bunch of different like quests and adventures and stuff you could go on. I don't really focus on that. I really just focus on stocking my books and selling books. So that's what you're gonna see me do most of the time. This is my dog that I adopted. And also, can we talk? So there's like a flea market every week, and you can like buy stuff at the flea market. And I got for Halloween, there's a like goth guy that sells stuff, and as soon as I saw him, I immediately like bought out his whole shop. I think the flea market is again like this weekend, so I'll probably go check him out again, and hopefully he's restocked. This person wants a book with a coming of age plot line. Again, I took the easy route and recommended Inkheart because I feel like that's a really good like coming of age story, and didn't want to get basically, I mean, it hurts my feelings when they don't like my recommendations. I'm going to be so honest. Which makes me think like if in real life someone didn't like my recommendation, I would crash out. So this person, oh yeah. So this person wants a factual book, wants something poetic, and then wants something that's also light and entertaining, which I feel like I feel like none of those things go together. I think if a book is factual, I don't really think that it's light and entertaining. I really wanted to recommend Feminist Queer Crip, but I was worried about the light and entertaining side of it, and then also the fact she wanted poetry. So what I went with was the poetry of architecture. Okay. Poetry, architecture. No? Nothing? Great. Okay. Love that. So that's my tiny bookshop. For my birthday this year, my best friend got me a beautiful gift, and it was this flower press and this journal that I'll show you shortly. So, what I've been trying to do, the flower press, you're supposed to leave the flowers for like 2 to 3 weeks. So, it's been like a few months since my birthday, and I haven't gotten through many flowers purely because I've been trying to let them dry all the way out. So, this is definitely going to be like a long process for me putting this journal together. But this is my lemon balm and my datura that I have gone and pressed. So I'm basically just using like laminate sticky sheets to keep everything together. I wanted to make sure that I was protecting the pressings and that I wasn't like allowing them to get, I don't know, like touched too often or anything. And I figured this was the best way to like preserve them. So that's what we're doing. And then these are ones that I have had preserved and have been waiting to put in my journal. And I'll kind of go over what those are here in a minute. So this is my book itself. I'm obsessed. I think it's beautiful. It's by Cocorina. I have a lot of her stuff, but this journal, I've always been looking at it, so I'm really glad that my best friend got it for me for my birthday. But it basically allows you to put all the information about the different, plants in it, including like the gender, the planet that rules them, their usage, like basically everything that you would want to put in. The first section here, so this is going to be my poisonous plant section. So I've got foxglove in there already. This is henbane that I've pressed that I'm putting in now. And then my datura will also go in this section. I have also left space for a couple other poisonous plants to put in here. Belladonna was going to be going in this section, but unfortunately my belladonna was killed by a tomato hornworm this year. Devastating, very upset about it. So I will have to wait and try again next year and get some pressings for my belladonna to put in here. And then I have the next section is going to be like herbs that I grow and use a lot in my craft. So next, and I'll show you, I've got like yarrow in there, and then I'm also putting lemon balm, which I use a lot, and mullein, which I grew for the first time this year, and she grew huge. And I'm just going to have this be like a work in progress. Not trying to rush the process, but really want it to be like a beautiful like keepsake for the future of my garden. And of course, my datura flower is gigantic and doesn't fit in here, but it is what it is. Decorating is also probably one of my most favorite, if not my most favorite thing when it comes to the holiday or fall season. So I try and kind of bring in some sort of decoration into every space that I have. In my this is my bathroom, my guest bathroom. I have like Halloween rugs. I've got little Halloween like trinkets sitting around. I've got a Halloween shower curtain, but I keep these frames in there year round, and I really wanted to spookify them a little bit. So I thought putting some spider webs on them was a fun way to do that. So I went ahead, did that in the guest bathroom, and then you'll see shortly I also did the same in my hallway for my gallery wall. I just thought that this was like a really inexpensive way to add a little like spookiness into my regular decor without having to like break the bank or anything like that. As you can see, my gallery is also already a little spooky, so this is just making it, more on par for Halloween. My dog stole a spider web, so I had to get that back from her. But yeah, enjoy me trying to figure out which pictures need spider webs and which don't. I would take you on a full tour of my house, but I'm going to be honest, I just really didn't want to clean my house today. So I'm just showing you a couple spots where I'm just really pleased with, how it looks. This is my gallery wall in my guest bedroom where I have my computer set up. I have basically planned on this gallery wall for months before I put it together, and then just wanted to like swap in some spooky accessories, added some spider webs here. And yeah, I'm just really liking the vibe that she gives me. I don't know about y'all, but I am obsessed with anything miniature, as you could probably tell from my gallery wall. And my boyfriend actually got me these Halloween mini crafts last year, and I've been saving them for the Halloween season. So now you get to watch me unbox. Unfortunately, this was not as satisfying as I really wanted it to be. I really like the zippers on these when they're very smooth, and she just did not want to cooperate at all. But basically, if you've never seen this before, I think you can get them at like Target or like Walmart online. Right now, I'm banning Target, so I haven't bought any in a while. But I can't remember what these were. I think it was like different like Halloween baked goods. So I'm just trying to figure out what I've got right now. I honestly think that this is probably. Oh yeah, yeah, we've got bats and spiders. That's great. That's exactly what we wanted. I think looking at the little booklet that came with it, this was actually, if I could have picked what I wanted out of all of them, I would have picked this one. Because are you kidding me? This cake is so stinking cute with the little bat that sits on top of it with the spider web. So yeah, just enjoy me putting this together. And then I'll show you where I put it at the end. I appreciate y'all watching. Like I said before, would love to chat with you in the comments. Let me know what you like to do during the fall season. Let me know what I missed. I know that there's stuff that I missed that I like to do. So let's talk about it. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I can't wait to see y'all soon. Bye.